Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Washington Wizards going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, we saw some movement at the trade deadline, Doris, and now teams have to integrate new players quickly.
Brian, this is always such a fascinating dynamic to me because contending teams usually make trades because they feel like they're one small piece away. But inevitably, you have messed with the innate chemistry built over the course of the early part of the season. Now you've got to get the newcomers up to speed in terms of your vernacular, what your rotations are, and how quickly can they get acclimated to the wants and desires of their teammates. I love this process.
And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. Wembanyama out there with MP, and it's Paul in at the point. Wide open look. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. MP's gotten his second bucket. Here's Poole. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma off his feet in a hurry. Nice finish.
MP looking around. Lets the 3 fly. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Wizards have gone 1 for 3 so far. And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Brian Keefe and I were able to chat. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
And Allie, thanks. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Drills it from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time.
Good! Another from 3.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Wow, what a ride he is on as he closes in on second place on the single-season three-point leaderboard.
And he's already surpassed Curry's mark from 2019. Next up is James Harden's total from that season, 378.
And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Spurs.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Wizards trail by 12. Coulibaly on the wing. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Kispert, the pass to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 5. Poole from long range. Vassell with the rebound. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. And it's now 32 games, approaching the 71-72 Lakers. A famed season indeed.
Look, at the end of the day, this team, of course, wants to win an NBA championship when it's all said and done. And you know that's what they have their sights on. But it is so nice to enjoy the hype and accolades of a team that is right now steamrolling through the entire league in this incredible stretch. Wow, this has been an amazing thing to watch.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Kuzma. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas can't get it to go.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Ha! Well-timed shot fake. Got the defender off the ground right there.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Pass to Poole. Not going to go that time. Paul with some nice D. Here's MP. Tries the 9-footer. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. MP's got 22 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Baldwin's checked in for Washington. Butler comes in for Kispert. Let's take a second to check in on the race for Rookie of the Year and see how the rankings are shaping up for this year's class of new NBA talents. You look at MP, right in the thick of this season. He is the guy when it comes to Rookie of the Year. What a year he's having.
And this is the type of player you have to be excited about. There's no question he should be at the top of the Rookie of the Year rankings.
I'll tell you, it's one of the brightest starts to a career that I can remember. He's certainly well positioned for that award.
And that one's good. Poole.
It shows you what a smart play call can get you. Jordan Poole had all the room he needed there.
So many ups and downs in his career, Doris. You forget how young Jordan Poole is.
Well, think about opposite ends of the spectrum early on in his career. He goes down to the G League and then won a title all in a span of under 24 months. To me, he's still figuring out what works best for him, but the skill is undeniable.
Vassell against Poole. Wing shot on the way. Can't get it to drop.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Pass to Kuzma. Oh, great D that time from MP.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. MP's got 28 points for the game.
Well, being able to finish through contact, essential for MP. No one going to make it easy on the interior.
And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it.
Coming onto the floor for your Wizards, number 35. Marvin Bagley III.
And here's MP from outside. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. MP getting it done. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So on the floor for the Spurs, Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. MP is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. MP's shot is good.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Magic was a man on a mission. He added 55 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
To the paint. Here's Bagley. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Boy, smart decision from Kuzma right there. Skilled getting the basketball to his teammate.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Pass to Kuzma. Butler surveying the floor. Lets it go from deep. The shot no good.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
MP shot is good. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Davis, the pass to Kuzma. Off target with the three.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Stolen by Davis. Knocked away. It's stolen by MP. Here's Wembanyama. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Washington calls timeout. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
A big group substitution here for Washington. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Bagley. Coulibaly comes in for Baldwin. Kispert's checked in for Davis. And it's Poole in for Butler. Coulibaly on the wing. Clock at 6. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. The Wizards with another miss. And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals, and yet again they are in a rebuild. Incredible. Well, great hustle from MP. That's recognizing an opportunity to beat everybody up the floor.
Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Poole. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator.
And got it! Another basket!
Another outstanding game for him. He has been a consistent offensive force all year.
Only 3 other players in NBA history have more 40-point games in a season than he does. Bagley's checked in for Washington. And a look at the stats for MP.
And currently he's in the zone. A tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 games look a lot different from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Pass to Valanciunas. The Wizards with another miss.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Poole. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
1:24 left in the first half. It's Poole on the wing. He's guarded by Paul. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Johnson finds MP. And he makes it. MP's got 44.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to Poole. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the drive. The shot comes out. Paul with some nice D. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second period. Here's MP. And off the front iron, and in it goes. MP's got 46.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Poole. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson a screen on Bagley. From deep, MP sinks it from distance. MP's got 49 in the game.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And so it's San Antonio. Don't see too many 39-point leads in the NBA. Incredible. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back.
Looking at San Antonio, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Spurs.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half.
Thanks for joining us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done.
Another one goes! Incredible!
50 points for him yet again, and I feel privileged to watch him go to work this season.
Well, now he has pulled even for the second most 50-point games in a single season. What a year.
And he's done it 30 times. I mean, it's unreal. That was the mark that prime Wilt Chamberlain established all the way back in 1963. He just rises up and throws it down hard.
Good! That's another bucket!
And I think some of us saw this coming, but now it's happened. He set the new all-time rookie record for points scored in a season.
This was a record that almost seemed unattainable, unfathomable. But here we are, witnessing history in the making, and quite possibly the start of a career that's already showing the hallmark of a truly generational talent.
And you know, with all the hype leading up to MP getting drafted and joining the league, all the naysayers out there can now be silenced. MP has not only proven he's a quality talent, but an exceptional and elite level player. You have to compare his point production to not just MJ's rookie year, but Kareem's as well. And MP has now topped them all, including Wilt Chamberlain's mark.
And again for three.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him, as they have all season long.
And with his performance, he is now tied for second for the most threes in a season.
A mark set by James Harden in 2019, 378 triples, shared for now.
Kuzma for three, counted from distance. Kuzma's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, being shot ready on the catch. Kyle Kuzma making it.
Connects again from distance.
And that shot pushes him further up the all-time ladder for threes in a season.
And the next mark on his list, the top spot. What a season to remember.
Yeah, that top mark is owned by Stephen Curry. 402 triples set in 2016. But for now, a new mark for second place.
And it's a Spurs ball. They're on a 15-5 run. A nice shot by MP.
I just love the ball move.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Poole, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, Poole with a little bit of shine in that move. That is nicely done.
Johnson passes to MP. Here's Wembanyama. Again, the Spurs score.
And they've come out of halftime really on a roll.
Now here's Poole. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Kispert. Poole outside. This one for three. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Screen by MP. Ball finds MP. Pass to Paul. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Paul's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. And they'll be nearing the end of their 5-game homestand. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
An elite shot blocker. Wembanyama covers so much ground.
The shot by Johnson, no good. The Wizards have gone 4 of 8 in the third. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
MP against Kuzma. Paul for 3. He drops it from range. Paul's got 6 here in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Down low. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
You can see Kyle Kuzma has put every aspect of his game together right here, right now.
Pulls up on the wing, and Johnson gets it to go on the assist by MP.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Poole a screen on Vassell. Kuzma outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on MP.
What I love about Kyle Kuzma is this guy understands there's more to the game than just scoring. That's a change from his rookie season. Now he wants to contribute defensively, and he gets on the glass, guys.
Bagley's checked in for Washington. Baldwin comes in for Kispert. Here's Paul. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 5 assists in the game. Washington's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Poole, the pass to Kuzma. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's MP with it. Poole picks him up. And again, it's San Antonio converting.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
The Wizards have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Here's Kuzma. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Pass to Paul. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. San Antonio shooting their initial free throws of the game here. That's good from Paul. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Kuzma for 3. It doesn't go for him. And so the San Antonio Spurs making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have. Greg Popovich addressing his team. But
don't stop the aggressiveness.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for San Antonio, Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. Wembanyama out there with MP, and it's Paul in at the 1.
Quick decision making by MP. I love how confident he looked taking that shot.
And here's Butler outside, connects from downtown. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game.
Here in the second half, you see they've gone to the long ball to try to keep up.
Pass to MP. He got it again! Sensational! 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
To the middle. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Vassell outside. Ball finds MP. Wembanyama, screen on Kuzma. Johnson on the wing. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
And you can see Johnson growing over time, accepting more responsibility in this offense.
Now Butler. Pass to Bagley. Kuzma outside. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, BA, it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense. And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Butler against Paul. Kuzma outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Wembanyama. Back to MP. MP is doubled. Outside Paul. Butler against MP. The kick out to Paul. MP, the pass to Paul. Over Butler. Paul can't get it to go.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Inside. It's Kuzma with the miss.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Back to MP. Wembanyama, screen on Kuzma. Pass to Paul. And here's Vassell. From about 16. And MP gets it to go. On the assist from Vassell. Vassell's got 8 assists here tonight. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Kuzma for 3. Again, the miss by Kuzma.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. And he banks in the layup.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Butler passes to Bagley. Butler with the ball. To stop the drought. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. MP with it. Now guarded by Butler. MP, the pass to Paul. Back to MP. Over to the left wing.
2 minutes.
Johnson finds MP. Here's Paul. Here's the three. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Paul against Butler. Bagley passes to Kuzma. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by MP.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Outside Paul. Takes a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they're going to win this one, making this their 47th victory so far.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Good. He hits again. And there it is. 82 points.
This is a game that he will never forget. I know I won't.
Outside Coulibaly. To the paint. And It's Kuzma finishing it off.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. To walk.
Great win tonight, MP.